Oh, we're in LA, we made it. Today's a special day. We're going to a screening, but not only is that, it's my man Scott's birthday. Turned the big 5-0. Can you believe it? 5-0. My man Scott, all on the phone, busy. Too busy for the video, obviously. Got the channel representing. Man, trying to say happy birthday to him. We're going to Dark Delicacies first before we go to our special screening tonight. So let's go check out. Let's go say hi to Dell, see how he's doing.
Okay. Well, okay, so yes, I was talking on the phone. Sorry about that. Had to answer phone calls. Today is just a different day.
What do you mean today's a different day?
Well, it's a little different today.
It is a different day.
It is.
It's your birthday.
5-0, baby.
Oh my God, 5-0. And what are we going to do to celebrate? We're going to go to a screening, the 20th anniversary of Rob Zombie's House of 1,000 Corpses.
Wait, I thought we were going to the new screening of Moana, the Disney movie. No?
Well, you kind of ruined the surprise.
House of 1,000 Corpses? What?
And Rob Zombie and Sheri Moon are doing a Q&A.
Get out of here.
They're doing a Q&A afterwards. So, man, if we can, we're going to get video. We're going to get the whole, hopefully the whole thing. We'll see. The battery doesn't die. But if we can get their signature, especially for Scott's birthday, oh my gosh.
Well, we'll really put those pens to use and see, just put it across my forehead. Just turned 50 today.
Exactly.
What do you
We'll
think?
have your ID.
You know?
I wish he had a
so
shirt
the
that
ID,
said, it's my birthday. You know,
Hey.
like, I'll keep throwing it out there. Hey, you know, it's my friend's birthday. Can you please sign that? Can you please sign that? So we didn't, you know, we brought some stuff, you know, not too much stuff, but
a couple of items.
Couple items will get signed. So hopefully it can happen. I'm sure a lot of people are bringing theirs. See, so you got Rob Zombie's Halloween soundtrack on vinyl. I'm sure you brought a couple more. So hopefully, right after the screening, we get maybe one, maybe two. You know, we won't push it. I brought 2 items only.
You never know.
You never know. So you got to bring it. You got to be prepared. You got the pens ready. So, but really quick, I did stop at Darkdale because I needed to pick up the book that I purchased. Davis J. Scow did.
That was 2 years ago.
It was a while ago. But yeah, he did a short stories. You know, did the screenplay for a little movie that I love. You guys might have heard of it.
Oh, and check this out.
So
wait a minute.
This
What
came
else
out.
is in the bag?
I had to add another one to the collection.
Ta-da!
UNESCO released another figure of the Crow. The 5 points articulation. 5 points, the Crow Deluxe figure set. Had to add it. Had to add it to the collection. Dell had it. He held it for me. So I really appreciate it. So thank you.
That's pretty cool.
So now I got that. Cool. And David. So yeah.
That's so sweet.
He wrote the screenplay for the Crow. So that's really cool. That he got, and he signed it too. So that's really cool. It's in the very beginning. I love his signature. You can look at that. There it is. Yeah, buddy. So thank you, Dell. Thank you, David. So yeah, but hopefully, so now we're heading out to Santa Monica, the Aero Theatre. And yeah, just join us on this adventure, man. It should be a lot of fun. Hopefully, like I said, you know, if we even get a picture with them, it'd be great. You know, we're going to get footage, but man,
just to be there.
Yeah, just to be there. And hear stories about him making the movie. Oh, man, I can't wait. Just see the movie again in the theater. I love that movie. So to watch it again in the theater. And yeah, it should be a lot of fun. So come join us with us. We got to get on the road and let's go.
All right, more adventures ahead.
Vámonos. Here we are at the Aero Theatre for House of 1,000 Corpses 20th anniversary Q&A with Rob Zombie and Sheri Moon Zombie are going to be here. That's freaking cool.
It's like if you want me to bring you something to eat, man, I live 5 minutes away. You know what I mean? No, I meant like earlier before or anytime.
So I have to go to LA, but yeah, I would do. I've actually thought about the Kensington.
What's up, man?
Okay, like just
Rope?
Scott, yeah.
Did you say rope?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Okay. That was scary. All right, so we went and got our stuff that we're hoping to get signed, right?
Yeah, got a little bag,
We had to get our jackets because it's freezing outside here. It's cold.
Ya.
We're at Santa Monica, it's cold.
Right?
We're going back to the theater.
Are we going back to the theater?
Well, we got to get back in line.
Oh, well, that's true.
We came here like, what, 3 hours early?
Hey, you got to.
Yeah.
You see how the lines are going?
Oh, I'm going to show it right now.
Flip that around.
So if you look all the way out there, the Aero Theater, you start seeing the line wrapping up, general admission wrapping up. And we're in the members line.
Oh, yes, we are members. Hey. So support the American Cinematheque.
That's right, do that.
You know?
And then you get to cool screenings like this. You look up there, it says sold out.
20th anniversary, sold out, baby.
20th anniversary. And they're screening it for you on your 50th birthday.
Dude.
It was either that or Debbie Does Dallas. And
wow, you know,
I don't think they have the right
that's afterwards.
Yeah,
you know, this should finish up by 11 o'clock, so I still got time before midnight. Birthday doesn't end until 11:59.
Yeah. So yeah, we're going back over there and then wait another hour or so before they let us in. So we can sit down and get in some warm theater.
So wish us luck.
Wish us luck. Yes, please wish us luck. Yeah, we need some good. Come on, Scott, it's your birthday.
Dude,
let's make it happen. Some of the movie. There we go. Got the screening. Got our ticket.
Yeah.
There we go. Scott,
What
you got a
number?
ticket?
What number?
99.
It was originally a
What number are you?
resort they built in the 50s.
What? You're 100? How you lost it?
So where did the other 98 go?
Exactly. Yeah, we're the first ones we got it. I don't know how that happened.
I have no clue.
I can't believe you've never seen this movie.
I have seen the movie. It's just been a while.
Right.
I'm old, dude. I just turned 50.
He hasn't
I saw this movie when it came out.
He hasn't seen the movie.
I've seen the movie.
He was like, "Hey, is Bill Moseley in it?" I was like, "How do you not know he's in it? He's on your album cover." Here we go, baby.
Anniversary of House of Thousand Corpses is also coincidentally the 30th anniversary of me seeing Monster Magnet open up for White Zombie at the Metropolitan Pittsburgh. So, great anniversaries. Should have been there. We all jumped off backwards. What a time to be alive. Okay, we got the 20th anniversary. It's a pristine print. It's projected by a good friend, Mr. Ben Tucker, up in the booth. Nick Vance up in the booth as well. I want to thank Lionsgate for making this happen 20 years ago and making this happen today.
Woo!
Making it free.
Yeah!
Rob Zombie and Sheri Moon Zombie. So they're going to be up here after the film. This is a great night. This is the best audience to see this back on the big screen. So I want you all to go crazy tonight for this and welcome them for the love of 20,000 years. Please turn off your cell phones. Enjoy the films from last year and the monsters. And of course, they gave us this 20 years ago. House of 1,000 Corpses. Say hello to Rob Zombie and Sheri Moon Zombie. Hello. Thanks for coming out 20 years late. So you had done music videos, you did film-based music video, like Faster Pussycat themed, or like Caligari with Living Dead Girl. But this was your first film, and there's major first film energy that's unrepeatable. So can you talk a little bit about embarking on this after a music video career?
Well, it was kind of, when I think back on making this movie, it's just, I can't remember it very well, for one. Like, people, how did it happen? And I don't really remember that good. Like, it seems like every little thing would be it's such a big moment, but I don't know, I don't
Which
remember
is
it
so
very
weird,
good.
because usually I'm the one that doesn't remember it. You remember everything.
That's true. But it all kind of happened in a weird way. It's never been as easy again to make a movie as it was to make this movie. Because I had lunch with this guy, his name is Aero Theatre. He manages Madonna and U2, and he's like, "Oh, what do you want to do?" I was like, "I want to make a movie." He's like, "I'm going to set you up a meeting with this guy at Universal." I go to like one meeting, he's like, "What's your idea?" Of which I didn't have an idea at the time. So I quickly gave the world's worst pitch for this movie. He's like, "Okay." And then we were like making this movie. And it was like, oh, is it really that easy? And it's not. And it never would be again. And ever, unfortunately. But yeah, suddenly we're like on the Universal lot making this fucking crazy movie, and it was all good. And then they saw the movie. It was not all good. It was all bad.
But you tried so many things in this that it was amazing. You did like almost split screens, and there's like cuts to like footage. You did a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I think with the first movie, well, there's a lot of reasons for that. I had a real paranoia of it just being boring and just wanting people, so I was always trying to throw some new thing in there. And also, when we got kicked out of Universal and shut down, the movie wasn't really finished. So I kept filming stuff for the next couple of years on my own. Like, there's many scenes in this movie that were filmed in our house. And I was friends with everybody, so the actors would all come back. I had stolen all the wardrobe because I had backed the truck up to the Universal because my pass was still good. I backed the truck up to the Edith Head building and we went loaded like 25 boxes of all the wardrobe. So I had everything and all the props. So we would rebuild the same sets.
In our basement.
In our basement. At a Wayne Tops effect shop we built. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Sheri, what was your thoughts going into this for the first time?
They're gonna let me be in the movie? Seriously, that's what I thought. I just didn't think that's how it happened. It was just something fun we worked on together, and we were really hands-on with everything, and just sort of went along with it. It wasn't an intention of mine or a goal of mine, but it just sort of happened organically with just us two weirdos doing stuff in the house, and then all of a sudden we're allowed on Universal Island.
Yeah, and everything, the way it came together, like I had met Bill Moseley earlier in the year. I didn't know him before that, and then I realized, oh, he lives right down the street. I'm like, put him in the movie too.
Yeah.
And I knew Chris Hardwick, and I was like, put Chris Hardwick in the movie. Then I'm like, what if Chris Hardwick can act? Right? And he could, but I didn't actually know that at the time. And it was just like the process, the brain function was none. Now, but I mean, I was just like, hey, whatever, wing it, and somehow it would work. But now I don't act like that at all. But on your first movie, you don't realize this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. It may never come again, and this, that, it's actually, I'm glad I didn't think that way. It probably freaked me out.
And it's your first film, and there's Sid Haig and there's Karen Black, which are just monuments. They're so amazing. Can you talk about how you cast them and just their presence?
I always wanted to, I didn't know Sid at the time, obviously, and I always liked him in things, and I always pictured him as that part. I never had anyone else in mind. And except when I did want Frank Gorshin to play Grandpa, and he came to audition, and we almost got into a fight about him wanting to play Captain Spaulding. And I was like, it's cast, move on. And he was adamant, and he was really kind of like, mean about it. And I remember Bill Moseley was with me at the time, and when Frank Gorshin left, Bill was like, geez, what a dick. So, we didn't use him. But,
And Karen Black.
Yeah, and Karen, I'm just finished. Sid had retired from acting. He was like working out in Simi Valley as a janitor in his building, and we had to find him. And Karen Black, I don't know how she came up. I mean, obviously we love Karen Black. Maybe the casting agent threw her name out, and as soon as I heard it, I was like, perfect, because I was struggling to cast that role.
There's always feels like it's misfits that are in here, or like someone who's in Petticoat Junction a couple episodes or something, and you compile this amazing casting of misfits that make this amazing film. Where do they come from?
I would say that is very true. Would you say
In
that?
all of your films.
Yes, that is true. I do remember even when the casting process, whenever I would, do general casting, so I was going to cast somebody, and I found like Rainn Wilson, Universal was like, we don't think so. we don't see it. And then like same with Walton Goggins, like, we don't see it. Like it was always quite funny how well now they see it, they didn't see it. I would just go for people that I thought were quirky. And actually, like, say with someone like Walton Goggins, his headshot was really kind of dashing. I was like, he's like this handsome guy. But he came in and he was not handsome, but he's quirkier than that, And I was like, oh, he's great. His accent and everything, he's kind of brings an odd spin to it.
And could we talk a little bit, this is the 18th year, I think, this year, that we start the year with Marx Brothers, New Year's Eve, start the year. We can talk a little bit how the Marx Brothers and all the names came about?
You could probably answer this as good as me, because I almost don't remember.
Well, there's Captain Spaulding, Baby. What else is a Marx brother?
Everything, even the ones that like the Professor, all of them are. But I think
The
it was
Professor?
yeah.
Just the Professor?
Yeah, that's like a horrible character.
I don't know.
I can't remember anymore. I was just always obsessed with the Marx Brothers ever since I was little. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. I gotta be honest. I don't know where it came from.
But there is something timeless, even in the references to this, when you watch Swing Films, you're like, wait, what years? Because there's a little bit of 50s, a little bit of 60s, a little bit of 70s in it, and Baby's like favorite actress, Betty Davis, like, you know what I mean? So can you talk a little bit about doing something this violent, horror, but there's all this like a timeless, almost Americana to it underneath. Do you know what I'm talking about? Or is that?
I can just sneak up an answer. Well, I like, my love of films stopped somewhere in the 70s, and or at least the way I see it. And when I made this movie, that's what I wanted to feel like, those films. But of course, there's clips from like Old Dark House and things which we love. It's just to be funny here. I have not watched this movie with sound in 20 years, and neither Sheri hasn't watched it any which way in 20 years. And we're up there watching it, and she's like, "That's how it is." She's like, "Wait, Captain's falling drives up."
Yeah, I didn't remember that. I didn't remember Bill peeking out of the car. I knew Aaron crawled out from the straw hole, but I didn't remember. Sorry.
When we walked in, we were like, "Oh, it's the pussy maker scene." And you're like, "Nope." Walked out of the room.
I did that! Oh my god.
What do you remember?
That was the first thing I shot ever in my life, going up to Goober, whatever I said, I don't remember. But that was the first thing I remember before. I'm like, oh, my ass is showing. I'm like asking Danielle Lovett, one of the producers. I'm like, oh, how do I look? It was nuts. It was nuts. And then just to go do that. And then I remember the first take I tried in some different way. And I was like, no, that's not going to work. And then did it the way I did it. And that's the way it is.
How were they to do scenes with?
Amazing. Well, Karen and I had a special relationship. Before we started filming, we had a few mess around rehearsals, but Karen and I talked on the phone all the time. Maybe after a few glasses of wine, maybe not, I don't know. But we talked about everything, and we really got this bond happening, and we loved her, and she was so amazing. And what for me, amazing. It was so cool to have Karen Black as my mentor in my first film. She was so generous, and I love her in Mr. Yeah, she's great. And Sid.
Well, you didn't work with Sid.
I did not work with Sid on this movie.
You don't have any scenes, so yeah.
Yeah.
Although, what did happen with this movie that was kind of funny because this doesn't happen in every movie, and even with people, these actors say the same thing. There was just a weird bond that stuck with everybody. So every time we'd have a barbecue or any kind of party, the entire cast was at our house for years and years. Like if you go through our wedding album, it's everybody.
Jen Johnson, Chris Harwood,
Sid and Walton, Bill, and it just became some other weird thing, just because everybody wanted it to work so much, and when we got dumped by literally thrown out of Universal, it's kind of
And what was that moment like before Lionsgate at Universal? What was happening at that point?
Well, nothing.
We never did come out. That's what was happening.
Well, we took the film everywhere. Well, I had kind of a plan, but again, being naive, this was a terrible plan. Because after Universal screened the movie, and it was a screening like this big screening, and the audience loved it, but the big thing that I think got booted was the scene where Mosley shoots, Goggins. The audience cheered. And the head of Universal was like, "You're cheering in the wrong places. We are not releasing this film. You're not supposed to be cheering for the bad guys." They were really upset by the fact that the bad guys are cool and no one cared about the good guys. So the next day they just dumped it. It was done. Come to my office, we're not putting this out, done. And then, they wanted to get all their money back and some. So they were asking this ridiculous price for anyone to buy the movie. Every studio said no. So we kept shopping it year after year. And everybody who knew about it was like, oh, those guys fucked that up. There's nothing people love more than thinking they failed at something, So everybody was very excited, they fucked it up. But what happened was eventually the price that Universal wanted for the movie kept dropping so low. I was like, I would say to them, it's worthless, nobody wants it. Hoping, and they dropped the price so low, I bought it. And then I sold it to Lionsgate. Profit. Lionsgate had also turned down the movie at some point. But, I don't know. 3 years later, they were like, great, and they put it out, it was all good. And which, that's why funny, 20 years later to see it on this big screen in 35mm is kind of mind-blowing. I haven't seen it since 20 years ago when we created the ArcLight, and I was a theater experience.
So 20 years of making films together. How did your working relationship all change through the years, or do you have like a crazy shorthand by now and know what each other want?
What do you think about that?
Do we have a shorthand? 1, 2, I don't know.
I would say well, it's more of a longhand in the sense that Sheri has to suffer through every phase of the movie.
Yeah.
Because I'm writing it, and she reads it, and then I change it, she's like, I'm not going to read it anymore until you're done changing it.
Because I memorize it every
Yeah,
day.
and I'm like, oh, that's on the script anymore. And then she has to suffer through me bitching that I hate everyone at the studio and they're all fucking assholes and pompous day after day for
And then
years.
I have to be nice to them when I see them, so sorry.
They don't know that she knows everything that I know. And she hates them.
Oh my God, you're such assholes.
They get the worst thing and it's worse.
No, they're so nice people. Like,
They're nice
Lionsgate,
people,
we're
but
like,
Lionsgate
yeah.
are cool. I don't want them to get complex. They're cool. They're very cool. I mean, anyway, her having to deal with me is a drag. Because it's a long, drawn-out process. Like, The Monsters was 5 years of hell to get it made. You know, like everyone else can roll in, put their cape on, and go, hey! Just get here 5 years of me complaining.
And then you show up and you give an incredible performance in the Monsters, which I just love.
Oh, thank you.
So in that, is the set, what is the vibe? Because it feels like a carnival. You said like you're watching this group of misfits that must be friends and they're putting on a show. What is the set like?
Well, that's kind of more like what it's like now. On this movie it wasn't, because everybody was just getting to know each other. You know, like, there was no, I had a little bit of rehearsal time with Sid and Michael J. Pollard, a little bit of that.
Yes, but Rain, Chris,
Oh, yeah, that's
Jen,
funny.
and Aaron would come over to the house and we would all rehearse.
Yeah.
And then Rain would jump in the pool with his underwear on.
We take all his clothes off,
And-
we took his tiny whities and
Yeah.
jump in our pool.
Yes, my
Seemed appropriate at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It worked.
No, so
Worked
that
for the
was like
character.
our bonding, you know.
Yeah, that's right, I forgot about
Yeah.
that. All right, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
All I remember is trying to rehearse with Michael J. Pollard and kept going, yeah, Ron, I want to get out of here. It's Kentucky Derby today. What's the fucking Kentucky Derby? Does anyone have any weed? Oh, yeah. Well, yes, first night of shooting, he shows up and says,
That was me, not Michael.
yeah, well, no, that was Michael too. He's asking for weed, but he's also, he shows up, this was the first, this might have been my first night of shooting, he goes, hey Rob, I'm working on 2 movies, he's talking to this music, and I had 2, I'm not sure which one this is. And he wasn't trying to be funny at all. Every movie we had at least one guy that has to go to the other end. Okay, so-and-so is clean to cuckoo. You're gonna have to rein them in somehow, get them to their mark.
Are you obsessed with Bonnie and Clyde? Maybe because of Michael J. Pollard and then the end of Devil's Rejects?
Yes, I was.
Yeah.
I was, very much so.
Yeah.
I must have seen it about 1 million times.
Makes sense.
No, I love that movie.
Yeah. It's a great movie. I'm gonna go out to the crowd here. I'm sure there's a ton right over there with the hands up.
What advice would you give to musicians that want to become filmmakers later on in their career?
Don't do it.
Can you throw that right there?
So, I was wondering, first of all, you were aging beautifully.
You heard me yesterday, you would not be saying that.
So, does Spalding have us his chicken recipe? Like, does he really cook chicken?
He definitely ate it. Yeah, you know, he ate a lot of chicken one day, that's for sure. Because again, even the beginning of the movie, with the commercial, we filmed that like in our art director's apartment. And Erwin Keys was long gone, and that was just my chubby assistant wearing the mask that night. Like it was like a show. It was like little rascals desperately trying to put on a show that nobody wants to see.
Ted seems to have no inhibitions in life. Like he just seems like sit there, you can't. He just seems out there. What was that energy?
That was everybody. I mean, that's no inhibitions was Karen Black above all.
Yeah.
I remember one time we were standing out in front of the house. The house was tinted, so it looked like it was nighttime. We were standing outside, and she had on a super short skirt. She goes, "I don't have any underwear on." Yeah. I'm like, thanks, Karen. I don't know if that made it better. But she's not in this movie, but Priscilla Barnes wins the No Inhibitions Award. Yeah, I don't even know if I should say what she got. My first conversation was out there. I think 2 years from now, it's the 20th anniversary of Doomsday. What do we got? Right there. What do you guys?
First of all, Rob, Sheri, nice to meet you, big fan. I wanted to ask, you kind of touched on the 70s a little bit, but I wanted to ask what your inspiration was behind the story, if you remember. Like, was it Texas Chainsaw, that being a 70s set movie? Was it Tobe, or like, what kind of brought you to this kind of story?
I mean, I really like 70s redneck movies. Yeah, like, I really always loved that type of stuff. It would be Chainsaw's obvious. But even some of the White Lightning, it didn't matter, you know, Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry, any 70s redneck thing, I'm in, you know, and that had a lot to do with that. And a lot of the characters, I mean, Otis was modeled after someone I knew. Because when I was a kid, this is no joke, it sounds like I'm making this stuff up. There was this albino kid in my school. And he had like wrinkly, his eyelids were wrinkly. And he looked like a Gollum. And he had slightly white hair. And I thought, wow, this guy's really weird. We were like in 5th grade. But then his brother, who was in high school, came to pick him up, was exactly like Otis. And I never forgot this guy. The whole family was this weird Johnny Winter looking and they all had the same weird fucking teeth and all, for some reason their eyelids were super wrinkly. They're all kind of balding even though they're still in high school. So that was based on a real guy. And this is no joke either. The speech, I don't remember anymore, but the speech when Otis is yelling at the Tiger cheerleader, this is totally serious. And for 4 straight years, from 5th grade to 8th grade, our gym coach would yell that at us every year. Because that was like when it was always like an ex-Marine.
What was she yelling?
He would go, I don't want anyone in here wearing goddamn socks with fucking Mickey Mouse. Scared little 5th grade's like, what's wrong with this guy? And he was like screaming that whole speech at us. I mean, that's as much as I can, the pieces I remember from being a terrorized 5th grader, but that was all reality. It was fucking mental patients. You know, the guy who would make like the really fat kid try to do pull-ups, and like, come on, man. He's hanging there dying. He's not going to do the pull-ups. It's not winning the presidential physical fitness award. Let it go!
Over there. Yes. You. Yo.
Biggest fan from Mexico here. We came all the way from Mexico to be here. It's such an honor.
I thought Laurel Canyon was a drama.
I just want to thank you for always giving us something to look forward to. And my question, Brendan Fraser recently won the Oscar and he gave an interview of working with you in Airheads. Any cool memories with Brendan?
Oh yeah, oh that's cool. Yeah, Airheads was really cool because, again, I don't remember that much. We weren't there that long. And we just did one little concert scene, and everybody in the movie was kind of like, I didn't know who Brendan Fraser was at the time. Barely knew who like Adam Sandler was or Chris Farley. I mean, everybody was like right on the edge of like superstardom. I think we were most excited about Steve Buscemi because of, oh my God. I just remember not understanding movies and playing the concert scene too hard, and I immediately smacked myself in the face with the microphone. I was bleeding through the whole scene. Miserable. And then I remember you were standing on stage because the director Michael Lehman made you. He was like, "Oh, I thought you were an extra or something." Made you stand up on stage.
Don't remember that.
I remember.
But
Those
what
guys-
was it? Was the premiere at the Viper, or what was the Viper?
Oh yeah, we had a premiere. No, we had a premiere party for Airheads at the Viper Room, and White Zombie was playing. Chris Farley was introducing us, and he was so wasted. He just kept throwing glasses of water in his face the whole time. We have pictures. Adam Sandler and Chris Farley and Tom Arnold for some reason. Hollywood. And everybody was insane, but those guys were all awesome. Yeah, those guys were too. And I see pictures of myself other places with Brendan Fraser. I'm like, where are we? I certainly don't know where we are, which is kind of weird. But no, those guys were all super cool, super nice.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, so looking back on the film 20 years later, is there something that you see like, man, I wish I would have done that differently, or you're surprised at how well it turned out?
Well, it turned out better than I remember. I remember like thinking, what a disaster, and that's why we haven't watched it for 20 years. But then I watched it like, oh, that looks, why do I remember it differently? I think there's just there's stuff I would do differently for sure, but it might not make the movie better. I mean, the choices that I made was sort of like, you know, because sometimes you do good stuff when you don't know any better. Like, I don't know, it's weird. Like, a good example of that is like, some kind of a weird example, like the Ramones. Like, they didn't know how to write songs. That's why they were so good. Verse, chorus, verse. You know, like, what? It's like the Ramones had instructions that make any sense, but they're awesome. But if they really was like, why are you coming to show me how to write songs? Like, snooze. You know, so sometimes you do cool stuff just because you're too stupid to know that it's a bad idea. Like,
I don't.
Does that make sense?
It does. I don't like to watch it because I will just be filled with constant regret over every move I make. So you do it, and then it's there. And edit it.
Yeah, even now, you saw 1 second of yourself, like, oh. You walk out of the room.
I don't want to judge myself.
Judge you. Yourself. I think I might have held on some shots longer, and I wouldn't have done so many tricks, probably. But for some reason at the time, I thought I needed it. I don't know. I would have to watch it again, because even I was going, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I find it hard to believe you do less tricks. Is that mine? There's so many tricks.
I don't know, maybe we're exactly the same.
Right there.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to see your panel at Comic-Con way back when you first released it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you had
Did
Wayne.
you say the same shit?
No, well, you said how you were like taking stuff from Universal. That was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it's it's my friend Scott's 50th birthday. We're here celebrating, watching the 20th anniversary. This is awesome. So just recently, Eli Roth is doing Thanksgiving. Any chance we get Werewolf Women of the SS? Oh!
Strangely, I don't think the world would like it. I thought it was weird even at the time, but I was like, well, say la vie. I was like, either I'm going to make a Nazi exploitation film time or a women in prison film. And I went for the Nazi film. Because I wanted to pick, like, what were probably the most degenerate of those genres back then. And I think a Nazi film always wins, but I don't think that, I think it would be impossible to get a studio actually back then. But although we were talking about doing it, it was a thing for real. And then when Grindhouse didn't pan out so much, they just canceled everything. Except for Machete, because then probably took that into his own. But I didn't have the luxury of wanting to do that. But I did want to do it and have Malcolm McDowell play Hitler.
Oh, yeah. And Nick Cage as Fu Manchu. Yeah, Nick Cage as Fu Manchu.
Rob, yes, big fan. Is there an edited, a cut that has anything that was edited? Does it exist?
Maybe. I don't know where it is. I was surprised I found this guy.
I figured maybe you had to cut it for the censors,
Well, there was a lot. There's other stuff that's just lost because with it being bumped from Universal to MGM for 3 seconds to Lionsgate, nobody knows where anything is. I mean, I swear to God, nobody takes care of stuff anymore. Nobody knows where it is. The only reason there's anything is because I took so much stuff myself. Like I have all the set photography, I have everything. If not for that, there would be nothing. And all the stuff that's.
There's a vampire out there taking a selfie with you and with John Clyde, and when you came in,
is there a question?
I took a picture of you, and it's like a picture, and it's all like a white face, and then you went to the back, and I took a picture of you in the back, and I have this picture of my phone right now. You scowling, because I just,
I don't think I was scowling you. I think that's just my face. I was pretty sure I didn't notice it. That's just the look I tend to have most of the time.
Interesting question. So I love the Monsters. I think it's fantastic.
We're going to show it right now.
Woo!
I would love to do that sometimes because I think it's a fantastic film, and I'm curious, what do you guys have any projects lined up in the future right now that you can talk about?
No, I'm just focusing on music at the moment. I got a tour coming up.
Yeah!
What I would say is somewhere in here is two important people to most of these movies. Jeff Daniel Phillips, who played Herman, and Chris Harris, who composed all the music for the Monsters and Beast and that. I think they're all in the back there.
Well, thank you for coming out. Great luck on the tour. It's an amazing film. Still today. Can you all please remain seated? Please remain seated. Thank you so much. Well, Zombie Sherri Moon Zombie.
You tell me it's your birthday?
Dude, you say it's your birthday? Well, I got a signature.
Yeah,
Got Zeus on Three for Power.
Darrow, hey man, we'll see you, brother. Have a good one. So, hey, you got one signature for your birthday, right? We tried. And
Hey.
Sherry said happy birthday to you, so I don't think it's a complete loss.
I have to watch the video. I have to see it.
That's right. Make sure people tell people to watch it and subscribe and like.
Right?
All that good stuff.
So definitely make sure you tickle the little bell.
And then say happy birthday to Scott in the comments.
Right.
Make his day. That'd be awesome. What time is it?
Dude, 11:49.
How many minutes left?
11 minutes left of the birthday.
That's right.
50.
50.
50.
50. You're 50.
Oh, 50
Gee,
cent.
you did. Yep.
Wow.
Man, can you believe it? You're 50 years old, dude.
Dude, don't tell anybody.
I will.
Shh, just keep it a secret,
Yes.
right?
So, you guys saw the panel, right? Pretty cool, right? Share some stories, Rob and Sherry.
That was pretty cool.
Now we ran up to the stage, or Scott ran up to the stage.
Tried.
What happened, Scott?
Beeline.
Yeah.
See, this is the door. This is, gone.
Yeah. See ya. The guys are like, oh, everyone, can you please stay seated? We're like, why? Oh, that's right, because Rob and Sherry, they're out of there.
Seriously. Hope you don't get seasick. We're driving at the time. We don't have a place to prop this up at.
That's right.
But
so we're gonna end this pretty quick. But please, tell happy birthday to Scott in the comments, man. Give him some love.
Woohoo!
11:50, 10 minutes left.
Man, almost there.
What a fun birthday. I got to celebrate. Hey, Sherry got to say happy birthday to you. That was cool.
I wish I would have spun it quick enough.
Man,
you know? But that was so awesome. You called it out.
I had to have a shout you out.
Dude.
Hey, we're here celebrating your 50th.
You made it happen.
That was pretty cool. I had to.
Yeah, you started off with the whole, hey, I saw you at Comic-Con.
Yeah, he's like, am I saying the same stuff I did now? I was like, well, this guy's really engaging with me. Not to be, but I had the best question, right?
Yeah.
Had the crowd cheer afterwards. That was pretty cool.
I would say
Yeah.
that was a good one.
Yeah. So yeah, before you guys get sick, you know, if you guys like this video, you guys know what to do. Whoa!
Yeah.
So we're gonna fly. Like button, subscribe button. Tell them, Scott, to
Hey.
ring the bell.
You got to make sure you ring the bell so that way you're notified for any of these videos that come out.
That's right.
Future reference, yeah, there's going to be more coming.
That's
more
right.
content.
And stay tuned for a special pen review. Which pens to use at which cons and which items. We hear the comments. We see the comments. We'll get to that video next. We're gonna.
People are asking for the love. They're asking for some insight.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why they want to ask us. What the hell do
I
we
have no
know?
clue. I've never done it before.
Yeah, I don't have. You don't have a thing full of pens. I don't
no, not at all.
I don't know we're the experts or anything. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll try to see what we can do.
We'll get
it's
to that.
Not
Yeah,
perfect.
We'll get to that as soon as we can. We just got to figure out which materials to use and which one's the best, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll throw it together.
Absolutely.
And then if you have any other questions, let us know.
Always put in the comments. Absolutely. You know we'll read them all. So
we appreciate that. Appreciate the interaction. Appreciate the love and support.
It was raining.
Yeah.
It was raining.
But you know what?
But you know what?
You can't rain all the time.
That's right.